As I pour this coffee, YouTube, welcome back. Let's get into this video. Today's video is basically going to be about a pastor's greed. Because there was once upon a time when pastors said, give what you can. Or was there? Didn't they used to do that? I'm kind of wondering now because it's like, I'm not sure. They have no shame today because today they just have no shame. All right? They're pimps, pastors, whatever. It makes me think that they're 100% putting spells on their congregation. People giving away money they don't have, doing it because they believe it's for Jesus, just all this ridiculous, crazy stuff. Watch this. Whose pastor is this?
Touch a neighbor and say, this is the day of giving. I'm trying to do it orderly. So if you're in the line and your total doesn't equal 2,000, you can just slip out while ain't nobody looking right now. Day. Touch a neighbor and say, this is the day of giving. We're gonna do this a couple of ways. Those that have the 1,000 plus 1, that means you're coming with your 1,000 that you're giving, plus you've asked someone else to give. Now you don't have to stop at 1,000, and we're going to deal. So in other words, if you say, Pastor Winans, I'm coming with my 1,000 plus another 3,000, then you'll say that. You understand? And if you didn't get the plus 1, but you maybe came with $250, you're going to come say that this is my 1,000 plus 250. You with me? And we're going to go all the way down. So I need you, in order for this to work, I need you to come when you're called with the offering that you're bringing.
Everybody in here to get a glory seed. Hurry, get a glory seed. Get a glory seed. Empty your checking account out. Empty it out. This is a glory seed. Shout glory seed. Shout glory seed. See, you've been given offerings. Offerings are lightweight. Glory carries the weight. Offerings are lighter than glory. Get the glory seed. Come on, quickly. Don't even hesitate. Get it, pop up right now. There's folks that got 25,000. There's folks that got 10,000. Your count has 10,000. Empty the whole thing. Oh, Lord, we haven't heard it on this fashion before. I say empty the whole thing.
$1,000. He said 21 people in this building, come now wherever you are. Give me an envelope. Give me some envelopes. He said 21 people, come now wherever you are. $1,000 ain't nothing in comparison to what God's gonna do. I didn't call for buckets yet, y'all. It ain't nothing. There's promotions that you want. You're not gonna get it until you make that sacrifice to God. Line up right here. I know what I'm talking about. Older and younger. I know you in here because the prophecy don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie.
I'm gonna be
rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now there's a difference. There was a correction because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Okay, now what you just heard right there were excuses, but in reality, I'm going to actually show you what he's referring to. The clip came after, and I'm going to show you because right now, she's just trying to explain, what I'm saying, that what happened didn't really happen. And you're going to see for yourself what actually happened, and it's going to piss you off, all right? Now, you just heard what he just said, trying to explain what happened. You're going to see right here what actually happened. I should have just put this clip first, but, that's neither here or there, It's here for you now. Check it out, and just use your own discernment. What do you think? How would you have felt?
Giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000,
Okay.
all
Well, I'm gonna work
right.
on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Hey,
Now he should be ashamed of himself. That man just 100% embarrassed that lady. She up there thinking she doing something good. Probably thinking she really genuinely doing something good. Or could be trying to show off. Who knows? But look what he said. She thought she was doing good by giving, $1,200, and he told her, "No, I needed 2,000. What you doing? That ain't enough." Yeah, and she said, "Well, we'll come up with the rest. I'll come up with the rest of 800." He said, "No, you're not listening. I needed 2 grand, ma'am. Okay, 1,200 wasn't gonna get it. All right, that's what he telling her. This whose church is this? I mean, Pastor Winans. Like, I would be ashamed if any member that go to this church now, they should leave. There's no way I would be a member of a church like this. First of all, I don't go to church. All right, I don't even do religion anymore. But I would never have been to a church. I would have walked out. I would have said something. I would be ashamed if I go to that church. He would have just embarrassed me right there. Like, that's wild. He's trying to make excuses for what he did. And then what got on my nerves is that, she's trying to make an excuse. In that previous video, you see where she's on there saying, he didn't rebuke me, but he did. He basically chastised you in front of the congregation. No, it's not really basically. He chastised her and told her, you ain't listening. Now, she must be up under some kind of spell to sit there and accept that without, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, they have to be under a spell, some type of spell. But the Bible is a book of spells, so a lot of these pastors know exactly what they're doing. And after this went viral, him being so horrible, look who turned up and stepped in and helped out. Watch this.
And over. I have some news that I'm going to give toward the end of this service. That when the devil went crazy, folks started calling up from other states saying, I got to give on this.
The only evil motherfucker is you. Ain't devil.
I'll tell you now, since y'all happy enough, that since it broke out Monday, we have received one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry said $100,000. Bishop Patrick Wilton, he said, I'm sowing and I have +1. So he and his son-in-law sent $2,000. We have received, I'll get all that over. But why don't you give God praise, folks? What the devil meant for evil, God turn it around.
So as you see, this is what's going on in these churches. 3 pastors, all pimps. Now that first man said, this is the day of giving. This is the day of giving, all right? Says, slip out if you don't have all my money. I'll never get over that. I mean, how much did y'all need? Projection much? He's projecting. Talking about, yeah, now if you have this plus 3,000, then you could do. Like, stop acting like somebody's going to have that much money. Nobody has to bring that type of money to church. You shouldn't even be asking for that. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is really crazy. Then that one man said, empty your bank accounts out. What you mean empty them out? He said empty a checking account. What do you mean? You just said empty all my money out that I pay my bills with, buy my food with, buy my, groceries with, everything. My clothes, take care of my children, everything. You know what I'm saying? Rent, mortgage, everything that people need. You said empty their car notes, medical bills, whatever. Miscellaneous, it doesn't matter. You just told them to empty out their checking accounts. And was dead serious. Screaming it to the highest, degree. Like, what the fuck? That's what we are. Sadly, we are. Sadly, this is where we are. And then that woman making an excuse for him. I still just can't even get over it. Why are you making an excuse for that? Like, that man chastised you. You shouldn't be excusing none of that. He wouldn't get away with that shit. This just goes to show how horrible these people are. And did you see her, what she was saying? Talking about you want a promotion, you know? You're not going to get that promotion because you're not doing what God asked, and you have to give it. The Spirit don't lie. I'm telling you, the Spirit doesn't lie. If you want a promotion, you're not going to get it. Like telling people they better give. You know, talk about 21 people need to give $1,000 so you can get $21,000. And had the nerve to say, had the nerve to tell them, if they don't do it, they're not going to get their blessing. And then I guess the usher was about to go grab some buckets because she asked me for so much. She said, no, I'm not ready for buckets yet. They get the envelopes. Give me some envelopes. What makes you to stop being? She was like projecting as well, acting like she just knew for a fact people were going to give it to her. It's almost like she's trying to put a spell on them right there. Talking about if you don't like the nerve of these people, man. These pastors have gotten out of control. They've gotten out of control. It's just to the point where I don't understand how anybody can still deal with this. They gotta be up under spell, man. This is sick on so many levels. Anyway, if you reached this far and got to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Can you please leave a comment down below? If you're not subscribed, can you please hit the subscribe button and hit that like button? And can you please check out my last video I did on transgender bullies? It's exactly what it says. Transgender bullies, that's what it's about. Check it out, please, and you're going to enjoy it. I appreciate you. Leave a comment down below.